And hey y'all, Spideera here, and this is a rank and review for Checkout. Now, this story, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, seriously. Alright, so let me get to the long and short of it as to what this story's about, okay? Alright, so this guy has a bit of a falling out with his boyfriend. And so he decides he's just going to go and take a nice little vacation. And on this vacation, he meets a hot bod that's like, whew. Yeah, when you see this guy, you'll agree with the guy who's taking the vacation. So they wind up having a basically, it's kind of like a one night stand, but it's during the entire time that he's there. So while he's at the resort, they're doing the naughty and enjoying each other's company. Okay, so that's how the story pretty much begins. But then once they have checked out, hence the name of the show, and they've gone home or what have you, well, he gets ghosted. And so, he's like trying to get over this guy. He thinks, what in the world? And, he really can't get the guy out of his head. And so it's like months later, he comes in the office and voila, guy's standing there and they meet again. And there you go. That's what makes this story a perfect 10. Yes, this one ranks as a perfect 10. It meets all the criteria for an amazing story, well-told story, and, hot guys, great sex scenes, excellent chemistry, the music's great, the production's great, everything about it is pretty spot on. Okay, now, I'm gonna be frank here though, okay? Although I'm giving this one a perfect 10 beyond the stars type of a rating, that's mainly because I saw the uncensored version first, okay? So I saw the real version, and that version is excellent. The one that's on this playlist, however, the movie portion is censored, ridiculously censored, and then the series itself is uncensored. So in that regard, it's still good. Now, it does check all the boxes for being a perfect 10 in that it's a good story. They have good acting. The production quality is great. They have great depictions of sex. The actors are very comfortable in their roles. They're not, faking it, you could tell it's, obviously it's fake because they're acting, but it's not fake in an obvious kind of way. Okay, but, not to dance around it too far, I have a slight lack of enthusiasm in that the characters in general in this show are hella annoying. Oh my god, as good as this show is, there is not one character that I can say that I like. And that's saying something. Every single one of them has ridiculous, over-the-top flaws that, for whatever reason, it's like he can't just be a brat. He has to be the extreme of a brat. He can't just be the annoying ex-boyfriend. He has to be the really annoying, it's like I'm going to spend all my time pining over you while I don't do any of the things that I said I should be doing. But in the meantime, I'm going to police you and sit around and watch your every move. It's like, oh my god. Even the guys that are supposed to be together, the main character, the responses are lame as fuck. It's like, wait a second. So you're telling me you didn't think to pick up the damn phone for months and months and months, and now you just show up and that's your reason? Dude, really? So anyway, yeah, it's like you try to like the characters, I swear. And even the ones you do like at the beginning. I think the only, well, no, I don't like him either after a while. The only decent character was Boat, and he's like the side character who keeps shit going with everybody else, just from his general observation and kookiness, and that, he's kind of comedic. But even him at some point, it's like, come on, man, you you know what's going on if nobody else does. You really shouldn't be allowing your, friends don't let friends drive drunk. That's how it used to go. Friends don't let friends walk into bad relationships and bone guys that they shouldn't be boning. Okay, I'm teasing. So other than the fact that the characters are assholes and they're all very annoying, the story itself is spot on. I give 9 NAA thumbs up. This is the best production I've seen them put on so far. So yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of their work before, but after seeing this one, I'm a fan, and I hope they produce more like this, especially if they can get that main character to play in a few more of their films and, keep taking those clothes off. Because, oh my God, that guy has a bot. And it's funny, both the main characters, I don't know what kind of nutrition plan they're on, but those guys are hot. Oh my, I've not seen body types that are that well defined in both the top and the bottom actors. Normally, somebody's a little puffy or cushy in the middle, or, they don't have quite the definition. These two, they really look good. I mean, really good, but anyway, I'm not going to harp on that too much, but I will say though, I'm going to ask some of these companies if, they're all seeming to want to raise money and these products are not available in the US, like I can't download and watch these shows or anything. I think I'm going to send out a little note to them though. They need to make posters with these guys. I'm not kidding. I would buy it, or at least like a book, where you can kind of flip through and see all your faves in their bathing suits, if that's the nice word for it. I mean, they don't need to be nude. God, no, don't make them nude. No, don't make them nude. But, just nice, like a fireman's calendar type, but for BL boys. That would be excellent. Okay, anyway, getting out of my own fantasy, let's get on with, well, you like this one. All right, so that is the big question, and realistically speaking, here's my overall observation to try to be fair about it. All right, let's start with the positives. They have great sex scenes. They have excellent camera angles for those scenes where you don't have to kind of squint to figure out what's going on. They have really good body shots, like, the way that they're letting you see what they look like. The overall performance in the bed, as I say in the bed, wherever they're doing it, because they're not necessarily in bed. All of that, well done. The actors take very good care of their bodies. Obviously, either that or that's one hell of a CGI makeup job. I'm going to assume it's exercise, diet, and nutrition, because, yeah, they're really... So in that regard, yes, if you like eye candy, if you like seeing guys get down like they really are enjoying that dinner and dessert, then yes, excellent, thumbs up, great production in that department. The main selling points for the film are the things I just mentioned. Now, there's a few negatives, and I'm mentioning it so you'll know if this is something you can really tolerate. First, the characters' personalities suck ass. Now, I'm not saying the acting. The actors are fine. They're acting out the roles they were assigned. It's the characters themselves that are just, they make you want to smack them, punch them in the face. The other thing is that there's way too many twists and turns for a plot that is this shallow. The whole plot is, dude went to a resort, dude got fucked, he liked it, and he was ghosted. Okay? After he's finally getting to the, I'm done with this shit, dude shows back up. That's the plot. It is the most simple, straightforward plot that you could come up with in a story. And to think that this is the beginning of the story, they cover all this in like episode 1, okay? So between the movie and episode 1, everything I just told you is covered there. So that lets you know the next 12 or 13 episodes, I forgot how many, I'll tell you in a minute. There's so much back and forth with the characters. It's like you like them, then you won't. You think, oh my God, that poor soul. And then it's like, he deserved it if that's what he did. And it's kind of that. It's like you can't really connect to him and say, I really like this guy, because as soon as you put your hat in the ring for this one and root for him to win, it turns out he's just as much of a jerk as the next guy. That kind of, so it's one of those kind of things. Now the story itself is good. They do a good job of picking up from almost the end of a story, of a basic plot line, moving that ball forward in a manner that, it keeps you engaged. I will say that this is one of those where they do keep you going. Like they make it so you want to watch the next episode. Now, the story itself is a tiny bit slow when it comes to getting to the point. I don't know if they just have a habit of trying to throw in comedy where comedy is not really needed. But, like they do really outlandish, stupid shit. Like it at the wrong times, maybe. It's like they're drawing you into a scene, and then, it's kind of like, you remember in high school or junior high when, the teacher's talking or somebody in class is talking, they finally say something worth listening to, and then one of the guys, will crack a fart or something, or fall on the floor, or do something ridiculously dumb. And then instead of everyone laughing, they kind of look at him like, grow the fuck up already. That's they do quite a bit of that in this story. But in a nutshell, the story does have a little bit of everything. So it's hard to say if it's going to appeal to you or not. It kind of depends on how much of it do you actually need. These are not young, naive children type guys. These are grown-ass men who behave like grown-ass men for the most part. One guy's a little bit soft in that he's definitely gay. And so he doesn't have like a go get it, I'm gonna kick your ass personality type. He has more of a, either fuck me, do me, or leave me alone kind of personality type. And yeah, that character whines a little too damn much, but other than that, yeah, so the best way to know if you'll like this one, try to find the uncensored version of the movie, because that's not on, I did not see that on YouTube. I just have the censored version. If you find the uncensored version of the movie and watch that, if you like that one, then you'll love this show. I'll put it that way, because you get more of the same. They really sock it to you, and they don't let up, and that's the good part. It's very good, very well done. Now I will say, because the storyline is a bit over the top, this isn't one I would watch over and over again. Now I will watch it again at some point, just because it's hot. But when it comes to the story itself, yeah, it does take a little bit of tolerance for some of the scenes. Or, like I said, some of these guys, you just want to punch them. But anyway, is there anything in Relevance that you really need to know? All right, one thing you do need to know. Episode 4 is the made-for-TV version, not the uncensored version in this playlist. And that's because episode 4 was not allowed on YouTube. And just so you know what happens that makes it so it's not allowed, somebody shows his butt. His literal physical butt in a swimming pool. And so that was enough for them to apparently censor it and say that we're not allowed to see an ass cheek. I guess there's something beyond age 18. I don't know. I mean, there must be, like, you're old enough to be an adult and you can go to war, you can smoke a joint, you can smoke a cigarette, you can buy a gun, but damn it, you can't look at an ass cheek. That's the law, apparently. So anyway, so that's the main thing, is that you'll notice episode 4 is the only made-for-TV version. The movie that's in this list is censored to all hell. You can't see a damn thing. I don't know who thought this was a good way to censor. They blurred out everything. So with that one, you can find it if you just want to know what happens. But apparently, BL police strike again, and they decided to make that into... I don't know what the hell. Anyway, but it's on the list, so you can at least kind of get a gist of what happened. and you can see how the story unfolds. Yeah. So those are the big things that you would need to know. And yes, do watch the movie first, because the series won't make as much sense if you don't watch the movie. Okay, it does. It definitely goes in that order. All right, so there's about 12 episodes. Each is about an hour. Now, for these, the ones that are uncensored and on YouTube, you will have to click that permission button to let them know that you do know you're about to watch something that they consider risque. So, in that regard, what I suggest that you do is you open the playlist in one tab. And then as you go through each one, whenever you get to a point where you have to click the button, then make sure you can just go back to that same tab and open it in another tab. So you're basically, the playlist will remain open in one tab while you watch each episode in another tab. And that's only because, for whatever reason, when you have to click the permission button, it throws you out of the playlist. And then if you don't know where the playlist was, then you have to sit there and scramble to find it again. Now, you can also do it by using your back button, but I find that when I do that, because my computer is slow as fuck, it takes so long to reload, it's just easier for me to open a new tab. But for those of you who have real computers and stuff like that, you'll find a way to do this. I'm just letting you know that that's one of the issues you're going to run into with this particular playlist. This was made in Thailand. This is definitely rated R. It is a NSFW, which means not safe for work. It is not safe for kids. You don't need to know. It is definitely 18 plus. You know, and deserving, very deserving of that rating. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, so that just about sums up everything I can tell you about this. And, you know, in order to keep it spoiler free, because I mean, what I did tell you is, like I said, stuff you're going to see in the movie and for the most part, episode 1. But it is a decent show. Just, you know, be prepared for all the twists and turns and backs and forths, and, you know, for the, you know, as soon as you feel sorry for somebody, you want to kick them in the head 5 minutes later. So just, you know, fair warning, that's this kind of film. So other than that, if you've seen it or want to see it or think you want to watch it again or whatever, I would suggest or ask that if you have a second, put your opinion in the comment section so that people will know, you know, what your opinion was. Because like I said, I like it. I like the show. The guys are hot. The sex scenes are amazing. I like it. But if you don't like it, or even if you do like it, then, you know, let the community know, so all of us BL fans can share our insight as to what we think about this film. And as always, you know, my opinion might not match yours, so please feel free to let us all know what your opinion is. It is a safe space for everyone, okay? I'm not going to bash anyone's opinion. Okay, let me stop. Anyway, so as I say, if you like it, you'll love it. And if you don't, you won't. And this is Spideera signing off. I'll see you on the next one.